Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we'll unmask the truth behind those seemingly boring corporate documents. And today we've got a real doozy of an update that might just change the game for a company called Hyperscale Data Incorporated. So imagine a company, Hyperscale Data Incorporated. They've got their class of common stock trading on the nice American under the ticker symbol GPUs. And they also have this fancy Series D preferred stock. Also on the nice American now. What did they file recently? It looks like an amendment to a previous deal, and this one could really shift their future. This document is all about changing an agreement, specifically one that was made back in July of 2025. This agreement was about selling some special kind of stock, called Series H convertible preferred stock, to a buyer named Alt & Company Incorporated. Now, this wasn't just for a small amount, it was potentially for up to $100 million. Think of it as a big bet on the company's future. Here is where it gets really interesting. The original deal had certain dates for when this sale would actually happen, like when the money would exchange hands for the stock, but the amendment they just filed changes those dates significantly. It basically says that the closing, the actual moment of sale, won't happen until much later, potentially not until December of 2027. And that date is tied to when the company is completely ready to issue shares of its common stock. What does this practical effect mean? It means the company needs to sort its own house out before the money arrives. This gives them a lot more time, but it also shows there were some hurdles to clear before this big money could come in. The original deal was all about Hyperscale Data Incorporated selling preferred stock that could be converted into their regular common stock. This is a pretty common move for companies looking to raise significant capital. However, the amendment pushes back the entire timeline of this sale. It seems like there were complexities or conditions that needed to be met before the company could actually issue these shares. This delay could signal that the company is facing some challenges in meeting those conditions, or perhaps they are strategically choosing to extend for their own reasons. This filing itself is a notification of changes to their foundational documents or a shift in their financial year. In this case, it is about amending the terms of their preferred stock offerings. This is important because it directly affects how their ownership structure can evolve and how future dilution might occur for existing shareholders. Now, let's dig a little deeper into what this means. By extending the closing date of this significant investment, Hyperscale Data Incorporated is essentially buying itself time. Time to prepare for the share issuance, time to potentially navigate regulatory hurdles or internal restructuring, or maybe even time to improve their business prospects before the full capital is deployed. For investors, this delay can be a mixed bag. On one hand, it shows the company is being cautious and ensuring all requirements are met. On the other hand, it could be interpreted as a sign of potential delays or complications that might not have been anticipated. It is like saying, we're still on for the big deal, but it is going to take a lot longer than we first thought. The fact that the completion of the sale hinges on the company being able to issue shares of common stock is key. This tells us that there might be outstanding convertible instruments or perhaps some restrictions in place that need to be resolved. Think of it as a locked door that needs a specific key to open before the transaction can proceed. This could be related to shareholder agreements, existing debt covenants, or even regulatory approvals. We did not see any specific financial tables in this particular filing that would give us a snapshot of their current revenue or profitability. However, the nature of this filing, focused on a significant capital raise amendment, speaks volumes about the company's strategic financial maneuvering. It suggests they are actively seeking to bolster their finances, likely to fund growth initiatives, expansion, or to strengthen their balance sheet. The amount involved, up to $100 million, is substantial and indicates a significant step in their financial planning. What are the risks here? Well, if Hyperscale Data Incorporated cannot meet the conditions for issuing common stock in a timely manner, this significant funding might fall through. This could put a significant dent in their growth plans and potentially impact their stock price. Another risk is the potential dilution for existing shareholders, when these preferred shares are eventually converted into common stock. The larger the number of shares issued, the smaller each existing share becomes in terms of ownership percentage. On the opportunity side, securing such a large investment, even with a delayed closing, demonstrates that there are parties willing to bet heavily on the company's future. This can boost investor confidence and provide the necessary resources to execute ambitious strategies. It also suggests that the underlying business or technology of Hyperscale Data Incorporated has considerable potential in the eyes of sophisticated investors like Alt & Company Incorporated. So, what is the verdict? Hyperscale Data Incorporated is in a period of significant financial restructuring, marked by a crucial amendment to a large capital raise. While the delay to December 2027 is notable, The continued commitment from the investor provides a degree of stability. The company's ability to navigate the conditions required for issuing common stock will be the deciding factor in unlocking this substantial funding. It is a holding pattern for now, but one that has the potential to reshape the company's trajectory in a big way. Investors should keep a close eye on any further disclosures regarding the progress of meeting these essential issuance requirements. Alright, that is our breakdown of Hyperscale data. Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.